Big hugs. Good to see you again, mate. What are you saying?
Not too bad, man. How are you doing?
Mate, after that game, I'm alright. I'm alright, mate. But I come to expect it, to be fair. It's always a shocking game against Brighton, isn't it? And another one to match tonight, 0-0.
Yeah. Do you know what? It just felt like a preseason game. It felt like, but I could sort of understand why. Do you get me? Like, I'm seeing a lot of fans sort of having a go at the players and I'm bruising it, but I can sort of understand the tactics. To be honest with you, at first, when I first saw the team sheet, I was like, huh? I didn't understand why he was playing obviously five at the back. But as the game went on, I could see why he didn't start Lazaro as well, because obviously you want to have Monkey or protect Kraft. If you go with Lazaro, that's suicide, because obviously you've got an attacking fullback and a right back on the right hand side, and I can sort of see why he obviously went five at the back for Richie to protect Rose, because obviously if he done four at the back, the second half would have been a bit more exposed. So I could sort of see, or I could sort of understand his thinking into doing what he done. And I'm sure Bruce went into the game just looking for a clean sheet.
Just like Brighton did.
No, I think. Do you know what? I feel like Brighton in the first half, probably after the drinks break, Brighton were sort of on top of us. It was all them at a point, but they just couldn't find that killer pass because obviously our back five were just so compact. But I felt like Brighton were looking for obviously the 3 points, but obviously as the game went on, second half, both teams just both teams just sort of died down a little bit. We could sort of see the fatigue showing in the players as well. And yeah, I mean, I feel like both teams were happy for a 0-0 draw, and I mean, is it a clean sheet again for us? But it wasn't great to watch at the same time. But I can definitely understand why. Nobody wants to get injured. Nobody wants to spend their summer break in up in Newcastle, seeing doctors and sort of them sort of stuff there. But so I can sort of understand why the players, both sides as well. And also, if you think about it as well, they've played 2 games a week for the last, I'll say, 4 weeks. So you're bound to sort of get these sort of games, innit? And I wouldn't put it past this being the only draw this week, So because again, a lot of teams don't really have much to play for as well. So I mean, do you know what? It's good to focus on the positives, man. So yeah.
Should Brucey be making these excuses like you just said there? A lot of teams are playing 2 games in a week. Brucey's came out and said, these lads have had to play 10 games in 35 days, whatever it is. That's his excuse for the players' fatigue. Like you said, this probably isn't going to be the only goalless draw this week. Do you think that's a fair excuse? Or have you seen the thing that came out this week about how Newcastle are now one of the worst sides, they are the worst side for injury and fitness records this season in the Premier League? However, last year under Rafa, they were one of the best.
Do you know what? So to your first point, I don't really think it's an excuse, innit? I just feel like it is what it is. Like, it's true. These players are human beings at the end of the day. Yeah, they're getting paid money and all that stuff, but they have the same 2 legs as we do. Do you get me? So yeah, they train obviously day in day out and that sort of stuff, but that helps them get through this sort of program. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, they're bound to feel tired, innit? If I was Bruce, I wouldn't have said that personally, because it can come across as an excuse, but I don't see it as an excuse. It's just facts, man. Honestly, it's just facts that we've had tough games, and obviously going up and down the country, Newcastle to Brighton isn't sort of the nearest journey, is it? And apparently teams travel down on the day of the fixture. So, there are things to take into account, man. But the injuries as well, maybe he's working the players a bit too hard, don't know. But But I did say on here actually, probably I think after the Bournemouth game, it's good to, or that I would hope that Bruce maybe just manages players a little bit better, just to avoid injuries. And so I did sort of point that out. And obviously now we've got many injuries. So, but the positive is that we played with one centre back today and we kept a clean sheet. So yeah.
Didn't have to see Andy Carroll centre back that Bruce hinted at in yesterday's press conference.
You know what? If I would have preferred to see that young guy come on or start if Carroll was to play centre half, because it's never that deep, man, to play a striker in defence, man. Like that's just a cry out of help, innit? A cry for help, innit? But yeah, on Carroll though, that chance he missed, mate. That is bread and butter. That's like that's like me going to the gym and I can't push 5 kg each side. That's what he's good at. Do you get me? That's his job. He's a target man. And most of his goals is he scored with his head. So he has to finish that. Score that, then we get the 3 points, man. But I mean, but like I said, man, we're safe, man. What 44 points? Is it now 44 points?
44 points.
Yeah, and if you had said this to me in August, I would have beat your hand off, man, because I knew how bad we were or how bad things were looking for us. So 44 points. I mean, I just feel like let's just focus on next season and hopefully this take off shit happens in it. But and yeah, I mean, I want to give a shout out to Shelby though. I feel like this period he's been our best player. I think so, man, and his energy is improved, man. He's working much harder than last season, and he's sort of wearing the shirt with pride, man. So shout out to Shelby, man. He's sort of showing his qualities as a leader.
Good to see as well, considering he's been awarded a new deal. You see a lot of players maybe take the foot off the pedal once they've got that security of a new contract, but like you say, he's pressing and getting forward more than we've ever seen him throughout his Newcastle career.
Exactly, and it got to show as well. Usually he sort of needs somebody around him to sort of do the running. That's why he works so well with Hayden or them sort of players there. But playing with Bentaleb, they're both putting in the work, in it. And I'm sure I'm seeing a lot of fans as well. They're sort of getting onto Bentaleb as well. But I feel like he's done his job, isn't it? He's sort of done his job. He looked fairly decent today. I mean, yeah, he's quite slow on the ball, but I mean, that's how he plays. And I'm sure, he's played like that throughout his career. So, and obviously Bruce saw that and Bruce got him in. So, they both done a decent job. Or he's done a good job so far. But yeah, I feel like Shelby's been our best player and just the way he's just, not our best player, ASM as well, but obviously he's just sort of, trying to make things work, man, and his energy, I mean, is key for us as well.
We'll finish on this question then, Big Ugs. Out the 3 loanees that they've got at the club, Bentaleb, Danny Rose, and Valentino Lazaro. Quickly, keep myself for those 3.
I'll keep Danny Rose. I feel like his experience will be valuable for us. I don't believe he's had a bad game. He's come in, like I said, he's come in and he's done what he's supposed to do. He's played today in a position that he's not played before, and he's done all right. So I'll keep him just for the experience as well. And obviously he's an England international, so I'll keep him. Lazaro, I'd definitely keep him, and I'd like to see a bit more of him, to be honest with you, because we know the quality he has on the ball and going forward as well. So I'll definitely keep him. Bentaleb, I think he was like a sort of, super glue sort of player, just to come in and do a job, and then it's just time to go. So I'll keep Lazaro, I'll keep Danny Rose, and I'll obviously let go of Bentaleb.
Good stuff. Okay, mate. Take care. See you again soon.
Cheers, my guy. Cool.
See you later, bro.